Goku has it made. Sure, he has to constantly fight for his life and for the fate of the Earth, but he enjoys that kind of stuff. On top of being the world's strongest fighter, he is also best friends with Lord Zeno, ruler of the entire multiverse. In fact, there are lots of perks to being Goku that other characters just can't enjoy as much. Now, we won't be looking at specific moves or techniques, since most of Goku's techniques are just taken from other characters, see the Kamehameha. These are just some of the character perks of being Goku. Dying. Yep, we're diving into the deep end and looking at death. The final destination for some, but for Goku it's just a pit stop. Now, almost everyone in Dragon Ball Z has died, some even twice. Goku just shrugs off death like it has no consequences. In the first instance of Goku dying, he wasn't wished back like the rest of the Z Fighters, but instead he had to pass through Snake Way and onto King Kai's planet. Officially, Goku has died 4 times, not including movies. Goku is so flippant about death he even takes a hit out on himself and hires Hit to try and kill him, which he does actually, briefly. We know that in DBZ, death has no consequences because they have a resurrection spell, a big ol' wish-granting dragon. It is against the spirit of the show, but just one of these times Goku could have wished for immortality. We know that might have taken all the fun out of it, but Goku clearly doesn't value his own life. Having his mercy rewarded. At his core, Goku is just a good guy. He doesn't want to outright kill his opponents, that would end the fight, and he wants to fight them again when they are stronger. Most people see this as a bad thing, seeing as Goku is up against foes like Cell and Frieza. These beings are more or less irredeemable. Frieza has a bit of a change of heart in Super towards the very end, but it doesn't really make up for the millions and millions of people he's killed across the galaxy. Goku just ignores all of this and is willing to show his opponents compassion and mercy. We see this with Vegeta. After he's thoroughly beaten and battered, Krillin actually has the chance to end him once and for all. Goku, though, being the nice guy he is, lets Vegeta go. Now, in hindsight, that turned out to be a great idea, since he would then turn towards good and be a great ally for future sagas. Also, if you think about it, only Goku can offer mercy to these foes, because he can easily take that mercy right back. When Frieza decided to use the energy Goku gave him to blast him away, Goku was forced to turn around and kill Frieza for being so selfish. The good Goku giveth, and the good Goku taketh away. Escaping an exploding planet. Attacks in Dragon Ball can get cataclysmic. It is one thing to blow up a planet, but how big of a power move would it be to survive a planet-killing move? When Namek was about to be destroyed, Goku and Frieza were the only ones left there. Upon defeating Frieza, Goku had mere moments to get off the planet. It looked like Goku had perished in the explosion, but it was later revealed to everyone that he was actually still alive. Turns out Goku managed to find a working Ginyu Force ship and make it off the planet just in the nick of time, heading to the first destination loaded into the ship's navigation, planet Yardrat. And considering the nifty little trick he picked up there, it doesn't look like he's gonna have to worry much about sploding worlds moving forward. Not being the sharpest tool in the shed. All brawn, no brains is usually how our heroes go when it comes to action shows, and Goku is sadly as dumb as they come. To be fair, he did hit his head pretty hard when he was a kid. All his life he lived in the woods or fought and trained. For Goku, there are 2 things to understand. One foot goes in front of the other, and the fist goes into the enemy's gut, then the other fist. In all seriousness, Goku has managed to impress with his improvising skills, his tactics on the battlefield, and other forms of intelligence. But book smarts are not really his shtick, or even street smarts if you really think about it. Still, Goku doesn't seem to have the kind of smarts to function in civilized society. Living in the forest for most of your developmental years is gonna do that. Giving Cell a Zubeen. Even though he marketed this as a tournament, everybody knew this was an invasion by an unstoppable killing grasshopper-looking machine. After Goku tapped out and sent Gohan in, he gave Cell a Zubeen to, quote, even the playing field. This move has been widely criticized and scrutinized to the point where people suggest Goku knew beforehand that Gohan would defeat Cell. Of course, this theory fails to mention Gohan would slip up, despite his newly discovered Super Saiyan 2 powers. And Goku would have to pay the ultimate price for his little lapse in judgment. Using instant transmission, Goku was able to teleport the exploding sore loser's cell to the only distant enough place he could think of, King Kai's planet. Of course, this also backfired and Cell narrowly survived, and picked up instant transmission, and his own take on Super Saiyan 2. Luckily though, Gohan did end up having what it took to rid the world of the bio-android for good. Abandoning his family. After the Cell Saga, when the dragon could have revived him, Goku decided to peace out and not come back until the beginning of the Majin Buu Saga. Yeah, he could have come back, but didn't. He probably had his reasons. Not very good ones, but reasons all the same. Even after the Majin Buu Saga, when the danger was all gone and things seemed to settle down for real, Goku decided to up and leave his family to train Oob. But the timing for that is kind of weird, as it technically takes place 10 years after Buu's defeat, which was also after Super? The Dragon Ball timeline can be weird. No other character does or can do this. Krillin mans up and actually raises a family with Android 18. Vegeta not only begrudgingly sticks around for Trunks and Bulma, but ends up becoming quite the loving father, in his own Vegeta way at least. Piccolo sadly does not have any children of his own, but his bond with Gohan continues to stay strong as ever, eventually playing an incredibly important part in Pan's early development. Being a bad father and husband. You didn't think we were going to leave this one off the table, were ya? Goku is by every metric a bad father. He'd be a bad dad. Looking over the meme that Piccolo is Gohan's father because he helped raise Gohan more than Goku, we can look at the other fathers in Dragon Ball. As mentioned before, Krillin becomes a really rad dad and husband for Marin and Android 18. He gives up the martial artist life and gets a job as a cop. Even though Krillin was the butt of everyone's jokes when it came to fighting, he's still the best dad in Dragon Ball. Vegeta, in a rare moment, beats out Goku twice. He's a better dad and husband. Not only is he there for his son Trunks, but also has a mild interest in what his son wants to do, and pushes him to become his best when Trunks wants to be a martial artist. In addition to parental superiority, in Super, it's revealed that Goku doesn't really understand why Vegeta wants to stay with Bulma while they have their second kid. Later on in the series, Goku admits to never kissing Chi-Chi, despite being married and having kids. Smooth, Goku. Real smooth. Being so informal with Zeno. Dragon Ball has a lot of divine beings which are held in high regard. You got the Kais, the Supreme Kais, the Destroyers, and the Angels. Who rules over all of them? Well, it's the little blue baby-looking dude named Grand Zeno. Yep, Zeno is the ruler over all of the universes. Named the Omni King, he can delete universes at will, which puts the power of destroying planets to shame. Even the gods of destruction are afraid of Zeno. They cower and grovel at his little baby feet. So imagine someone having the stones just walk up to this all-powerful being who can erase entire universes with no effort. Well, you made it this far into the video, so it should be obvious we're talking about Goku. Yep, as usual, due to his mix of missing brain waves and pure charisma, Goku is able to talk to and be around Zeno with little to no care at all for who he's talking to. Perhaps it's because he and Zeno are kindred spirits. Both are so naive. Goku is the only character with enough gall to waltz right into Zeno's palace and ask him to throw a tournament, as if the two were best buddies. Letting Dr. Gero create the androids. Before the android saga really took off, Future Trunks warned everyone that androids were coming in 2 years' time, and they would kill them all, and that Goku would die of a heart disease before then. Now, if you were Goku in this instance, what would you do after hearing that 2 androids were gonna kill all your friends and that you would have a heart attack and die? Well, the logical thing would be to hunt down Dr. Gero and destroy his lab, and to kill him before he could make the androids and Cell. Of course, if he did that, there would be no Android Saga. Gohan would never have reached his full potential and reached Super Saiyan 2. Also, Krillin would never have met Android 18 and raised Marin. So yeah, maybe Goku should do nothing and let this whole android thing play out, yeah? Being poor. Even though he's the strongest man on Earth, Goku is a man of simple pleasures, of simple needs. He was never one for fancy threads or materialistic possessions. In fact, the only thing Goku really needed in life was food and fighting, and a whole lot of both of them. In Super, after all was said and done in Dragon Ball Z, Goku lives the simple and humble life of a farmer. While he yearns for the fighting life again, he never once thought of a better life financially. For Goku, being poor was all he knew. He lived as a hermit for most of his life, and even when he got a family, he could not adjust and just went where the next fight took him. And those were just some of the things only Goku could get away with. Personally, our favorite was number 8. Just having that kind of confidence would do wonders for one's social life. What was your favorite? Let us know in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe and hit that bell notification to stay up to date for more content.